Ready for the next pile of papers. I'd like to call to order, please, the regular Monday meeting. My microphone just fell down. The Monday morning meeting, the Monday meeting, March 3rd, 2014. Will you please join Councilman Stipp in the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for the invocation?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Almighty Father, your watchful care reaches from end to end. It orders all things in such power that even the sins and tensions of this world cannot frustrate your loving plans. You are the one and only judge. Help us to embrace your will and give us the strength to govern and to follow your call of love and forgiveness. We ask that you keep the men and women serving this nation in all capacities, both here and abroad, in your protection. We particularly ask for your guidance and care of the family of the fallen Phoenix police officer tonight and the wounded officer. We ask that you be with them. We ask all this. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Councilman Stipp. Councilman Holman is not here this evening, so I need a motion and a second, please, to excuse Councilman Holman.
So moved.
Second.
I heard a motion from Councilman Campbell and a second from Vice Mayor Pizzillo. Roll call vote, please.
Vice Mayor Pizzillo.
Aye.
Councilmember Osborne.
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano.
Aye.
Councilmember Campbell.
Aye.
Councilmember Stipp.
Aye.
Mayor Lord.
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
All right, so let's go on to the communications. We have one communication item tonight. I will be reading a proclamation declaring March as a National Nutrition Month, and so is Deb Robinson in the audience. I'd like her to come up, and you probably know her from Arizona in action. She said, oh, looks like you've been in action.
Yes.
I'll be right down. Deborah made sure that I was aware of this month being National Nutrition Month, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to read this to you, and then I'll give it to you afterwards, okay? Thank you, ma'am. We have new microphones, that's it, yeah. Whereas the National Nutrition Month will raise awareness about the importance of making informed food choices and developing sound eating and physical activity habits. And whereas food is the substance by which life is sustained, and whereas the type, quality, and amount of food that individuals consume each day play a vital role in the overall health and their physical fitness, and whereas there is definitely a need for continuing nutrition education, wide-scale effort to enhance healthy eating practices. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, George Lord, Mayor of Goodyear, Arizona, do hereby proclaim the month of March National Nutrition Month in the city of Goodyear, and we truly encourage all citizens to join in the campaign and become concerned about their nutrition and the nutrition of others in hope of achieving optimum health for today and tomorrow. Given under my hand in these free United States, I love saying that, free United States, in the city of Goodyear on the 3rd day of March 2014, to which I have caused the seal of the city of government to be, city of Goodyear, to be affixed and have made this proclamation public. Thank you, Deborah. I really appreciate it. Without the crutch. Without the crutch.
Mayor, may I say something before Deborah leaves?
Yes, go ahead, Councilman Osborne.
Before you leave, because I was going to wait till the end of this meeting, but I want to let you know, because you've been an integral part of it, is that I received our little certificate that stated that Goodyear is now celebrating its 4th year as a Let's Move city, and so I knew you would appreciate that.
Thank you, Councilman Osborne. Does that sound right? They told me they weren't hearing me, so. Now is the time for citizens who would like to address the City Council on any non-agenda item. Are there any speaker cards?
No, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Does anybody in the audience wish to speak on a non-agenda item? All right, then if not, we will go on to the consent agenda. Will the city clerk please read the consent agenda items 6.1 through 6.4 by title only, please?
Item 6.1, number 1, adopt Resolution 14-1601 declaring as a public record that certain document filed with the city clerk titled Ordinance 14-1290 Sewer Pretreatment of the Goodyear City Code providing for penalties, severability, and an effective date. Number 2, adopt Ordinance 14-1290 amending the Goodyear City Code by adding Chapter 12A Sewer Pretreatment and deleting Article 1210, providing for penalties, severability, and an effective date. And number 3, adopt Resolution 14-1606, approving and adopting the wastewater discharge permit application process guideline to the City of Goodyear Administrative Process Manual, providing for severability and an effective date. 6.2, approve the map of dedication attached to Staff Report 14-5216 for portions of South Litchfield Road and West Goodyear Parkway, a.k.a. Airport Road, within the Clarius Planned Area Development PAD located on the west and east sides of South Litchfield Road north of MC 85. Item 6.3, adopt Resolution 14-1603 to accept the 2014 Arizona Department of Homeland Security grant to fund a live fire extinguisher trainer to enhance the City of Goodyear Community Emergency Response Team CERT program and authorize the city manager or designee to execute any and all documents necessary for the award and administration of the grant. Item 6.4, adopt Resolution 14-1604 to accept the 2014 Arizona Department of Homeland Security grant for $15,000 to fund a thermal imaging camera and authorize the city manager or designee to execute any and all documents necessary for the award and administration of the grant.
Thank you. Does anyone from the public wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? Does anyone on the council wish to remove an item from the consent agenda? All right, with that, could I please have a motion and a second?
So moved.
Second.
I heard a motion by Councilman Stipp and a second by Councilman Osborne. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Osborne,
Aye.
Councilmember Loretano,
Aye.
Councilmember Campbell,
Aye.
Councilmember Stipp,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Pizzillo,
Aye.
Mayor Lord,
Aye.
passes 6-0.
Thank you. Let's go to the business. We only have one on the item this evening, and it's to designate council member to serve as an acting mayor from March 7th, 2014 through March 12th, 2014. Due to the vice mayor, due to most of us, the vice mayor and I are attending the National League of City Conference, and I need someone that will be an acting mayor. Are there any speaker cards?
No, Mayor.
Would anybody from the audience like to speak? Could I please have a motion and a second to designate a councilman as an acting mayor in absence of the mayor and the vice mayor from March 7th, 2014 through March 12th, 2014?
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to appoint, to designate Councilmember Holman to serve as acting mayor from March 7th through March 12th.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
All right, motion made by Councilman Stiff and a second by Vice Mayor. Open for council discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. So let's go down to the information items. Does anybody on the council have any comments, information you'd like to give tonight? Councilman Campbell.
I'm just going to speak about one event that happened this week, and I'm going to talk about the library on Saturday, so
Okay.
the mayor can talk about the grand opening. But on Saturday was the community open house, and our library was full, wall-to-wall people. There must have been 200 children in that building. Oh, I hope the fire chief isn't here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we did not have 200 in that building, chief. I'm sorry. But we had the most wonderful outpouring of community support for our new library. And Saturday morning, we had face painting, we had a balloon lady who made darling balloons, and everyone was, all the women, all the girls were princesses, and they had these darling balloons on them. We had music. Because it rained, we moved everything that was outdoors indoors. And we had Parks and Rec there, we had the Arts and Culture Commission there. Everyone was doing things with their children, and it was amazing to see so many parents just sitting down in the beautiful furniture, just reading to their children. And, of course, the Friends of the Library had a children's book sale, which all the parents loved, and were able to take home bags of books for practically nothing. But I want you to know I've never seen books fly off the shelf as quickly as they did on Saturday. And when you looked at some of the shelves, they were almost empty because people were there checking them out and getting new library cards. And we're just so blessed to have this facility, and it's already way over than what we thought it would be. And it's only 2 days old now.
Thank you for that report. That was very good. And I know, being chair of the Friends of the Library, you were very busy, and all your ladies were, so I appreciate that. Others would like to talk? Vice Mayor Pizzillo?
I was thinking somebody would talk about spring training, but...
No, go talk. I think you should.
All right. Well, first of all, in the library, of all the things that we've done over the years, to me personally, and I know there's been a lot, I am really proud of that fact that we've been able to bring, a library of that size here to the city. I mean, staff, Regis, and all who have worked on that project. It's a gorgeous building inside. By showing up, like you mentioned, the people that came to the event, I really believe it's going to be highly utilized. It was already highly utilized with that small one we had over there, so we're there. On spring training, I thought it was great. The crowd, they had a great time out there. I think one of the guys hit the target when he came down, if I'm not mistaken. But do we have a count? Do we have any idea?
You mean the parachuter? 'cause
Yeah, the
you have to say
parachuter.
What kind of target?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Good point.
I don't want
The
to
par-
think we're having shooting out there.
That's true, the parachuter. But do we know how many people we had there yet? Any idea?
Mayor, Councilmember Pizzillo, I do have a 5-game count, not specific for that
Okay.
day, so Nathan may have something, but for the 5 games, we're 5 games into the season already. We're up 2,000 from last year's opening weekend, so we're at 16,000 for
Good.
the total announced attendance for the 5 games. So, and the other thing along those lines is we had a deluge of rain that happened on Saturday. We still had a game out there, so our crews worked really hard to make sure that they could still play, and they were able to pull that off. And even on Saturday, that was an announced crowd of 3,000. So, but the numbers are decent right now for us, and we know those will continue to improve, especially during spring break when that happens with the families.
Well, I think there are more people were there from Ohio, because when I reached out to the audience, when I gave my talk, I asked, and boy, I mean, great number of them raised their arms and cheered, and so they looked like they were appreciating the sun, let me put it that way. All of them were. Next. Sherry?
Get that on. Yeah, I basically attended the same things everyone else did, but I did want to thank the staff and everybody for the library opening, because that was just tremendous, and Joanne and I got our library cards.
Oh, good.
Very good. I just found out, do they expire? I think the city manager, I think mine must be expired. I'm going to have to go and get it renewed. Joanne?
Oh, I just wanted to add, I appreciate the city partnering with the Homeless Youth Connection with the Spring Carnival, and even though it did rain all day Saturday, I'm looking forward to hearing how it actually went, and the city side and also the foundation side, and see if that partnership worked out well.
Bill?
I think we all attended the same event, but I too want to express my gratitude to the staff for an unbelievable job on the library, both in the Innovation Hub, the library itself, the signage that we got up there. You can see all the various departments that had something to do with the library, and that was, I think I have to agree with the Vice Mayor, that probably one of the greatest things we've been able to accomplish is
Yeah, it's a
getting that.
very updated and modern library, and it doesn't have the same mental picture that when you say library, and you know immediately what you think, and the picture that's drawn in your head. And so I really encourage the citizens to go visit it and look at it, and I think they'll be pleasantly surprised. There's something for the entire family. And again, I want to thank the ballpark staff, and everybody that's worked to make this successful. It's really nice to see more people. I mean, these are daytime games during the week, and that's tough to get people to come to. And so, you know, many people want to, but, you know, they do the thing called work, so they can't make it. But there still was a great number of people there. So we are really gaining on that park. We are building, the team have really built it up. So I can see that this year, the end number is going to be much higher than last year, and I'm really looking forward to that day when we can have that count brought before us. So, yes,
Can I
Joanne?
add that, by the way, I have been going almost daily to that top 10 ballpark thing. I think we're in third place right now, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
Well,
right.
we back up to second,
We're
because
second to
earlier
second.
when I did it, we were third,
we're second.
so, cool.
Yes.
And if I may,
Yeah.
Yes,
just
please.
in response to that, you're absolutely right, we're in second place.
Cool.
That being at 4:32 today.
Yes.
Goodyear Ballpark was a number 2 spot for USA Today's Top 10 Spring Training City poll. So that's spring training, that includes Florida. So number 1 for Cactus League, though. But number 1 overall is Port Charlotte, Florida. Tampa Bay Rays spring training is there. Now, you have till March 24th to still be able to vote.
Would you give the website,
I
please?
knew that was going to come.
Well, I know.
It's real easy. 10 best and the numeric 10.
Yeah,
10 best, all one word.com.
all right, and you can vote as many times, every day, once a day. So,
And you can do it right now if you'd like.
yes, so anybody that has
Yeah, please.
their cell phones, you can do that.
Often.
And vote often. So we are contacting a number of organizations that meet at the city hall and committees and asking them to vote. So we're hoping, because, you know, we're in contentions with some pretty big ballparks, so we'd like to see Goodyear win. All right, turning over to you, City Manager.
Mayor, members of the council, actually, I went through 2 of the announcements by just interacting with council as they were going through some. The only thing, and it's just as Councilmember Stipp noted in his opening prayer, did get just a little bit of information on that, the shooting that happened in Phoenix. It was, the officers were chasing a felony suspect in Phoenix that we know. One officer was, Phoenix officer was killed, the other one is in surgery right now. The suspect was shot, not sure what his condition is, but please, if you keep them in your thoughts and prayers, as council members have noted. We'll give you updates as they're available as well. In terms of follow-up, I didn't really have anything other than we'll try and get some numbers on Carnival, what went on there. And we'll get that update to council. I think everything else has already been covered in the work session, so that's all I have.
Okay, is that it? Anybody else have anything? All right, I guess I should tell you when the next meeting is, just a moment.
Let's make the noise on it, I know.
Oh, I don't have them on here.
17.
City Clerk, would you tell that or repeat the
The
dates?
next meeting will be a CFD meeting and a work session held on March 17th.
Thank you. With that, meeting adjourned.
By the way,